If you fly FPV and already own the DJI Action 2 and was wondering if it's actually worth it to upgrade to the DJI NANO, which is newly released in 2025, here are just going to be my 4 personal reasons of why I decided to make the switch. So these reasons are just the practicalest reasons that I can think about and the reason why I really got sold. Let's get right into it. Before I begin, if you can, please help me like and subscribe, as this is going to keep my content flowing. Thank you. So the biggest selling point for me and what really actually sealed the deal right up front is that the Nano has a replaceable lens. And the Action 2 on the other hand comes with a fixed lens that you just cannot swap it out. And for FPV drone flying, this is kind of like a deal breaker. So if you crash, chances are your camera unit is probably going to survive, but you might have a scratch on your camera lenses, and then basically that camera is good as gone and there's not replaceable. You have to send it back to DJI, which is not possible in the US right now. So yeah, very big deal breaker. So this is something that just kind of always bugged me with the Action 2, because every time when I set it up in the air, I was just pretty nervous. But now with the Nano that comes with the replaceable lenses, maintains, it's just way easier. I feel a lot more comfortable flying with it because yeah, you know, the worst scenario, if you damage the lenses, just take it off, replace the new one. Of course, in the real FPV crash, it might not even matter because you could just smash the entire camera unit and your FPV drone total completely. Just saying. So number 2, the Nano actually offers wireless controls between the camera module and the screen module. So you will basically able to complete all the settings wirelessly instead of just having to like pick out the camera and then do the setting individually. Of course, you can use your cell phone to do that, but you know that is just an extra step. You can just pull out the camera, monitor your shots, and make sure everything is fine, and then just, yeah, you know, just take off instead of just having to remove the camera from the TPU and then put it back again. Obviously, because I have a really complicated TPU, as you can see right here. It's just kind of like really tight to avoid the camera from dropping out. So, you know, that's just something that I kind of have to worry about. And this one, much more easier and just much more convenient in a sense. Number 3, it's kind of like a no-brainer. So a newer camera should obviously come with a better spec and performance, otherwise who's going to buy it, right? So yes, I can confirm that the Nano has significantly better performance. It features a larger sensor, improved image processing. So basically, as you can see on the screen right here, the Nano actually just have a better spec overall. Plus the Nano also records in D-Log-M, whether the Action 2 only supports D-Cine-alike. This is more like a personal choice because D-Log-M is my go-to format, since most of my other DJI gears are just going to be recorded in this format. So it is just making my color grading in post just way more easier because I just don't have to match the color individually for individual shots. So just, yeah, you know, just kind of save myself some time. So I'm just going to be dropping some footage here so you can judge it yourself to see whether there is going to be some improvements or you just don't think that there is any. You will have 5 seconds to decide, then you can drop a comment down below. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. So number 4 is that the Nano actually offers better overheat performance, and this is not a big surprise. It's kind of like, obviously, it's kind of like normal because these thumb-sized camera generally are just going to be, yeah, notoriously going to be overheating because when you're filming at like high quality, it generates a lot of heat. There is just not a lot of space for you to like cramp all the components into this small camera, and it just, yeah, obviously it's going to overheat like crazy. I would have to say if you are only going to be using both of these cameras for FPV drones, it's kind of not going to be a huge deal because you will have like air flow just constantly blowing at your camera and it's just going to not overheat as much. So, you know, if you're going to fly up in the air, probably this is going to be fine. But if you are going to be using it stationary or just use it to do some general like vlogging whatsoever, the Nano just obviously outperforms the Action 2 because the Action 2, as my personal experience, if you just remove the camera modules, both of them, and just put them there, and this one probably is going to shut itself down within 10 to 15 minutes use at recording at 4K 60. So yep, just something that you probably wanted to know. Just kind of like, this is not very big, but just kind of makes your life a little bit more easier because you just don't have to worry about this thing like shutting down yourself. All right, so that is basically my 4 reasons of why I decided to switch to the Nano. And obviously these are just going to be my personal reasons. Now it's actually your turn. If you can, please help me drop a comment down below to see why you choose either or. Just, you know, you can also help other people decide. All right, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.